Roaches.
No cockroaches. Welcome to episode 64 of Rebels Without a Pod, the show that dares ask the question, how did your testicles do during the great BMX craze of 1986? We're pro men's health on this podcast.
Mine have never recovered.
Ask and ye shall receive.
Mm-hmm.
Joining me tonight, Andy, who does our artwork and graphic design.
Good evening.
Naveen, joining me live in studio, in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, on the music and audio production.
Hello.
Woo!
Yeah. And Pod Daddy Eric, apparently still heralding for Galactus, but only for the lulz.
I just want to let you guys know, since the last record, I actually started my own crew.
Your crew
called the Cruise Crew.
Oh.
So if anybody wants to join, it involves a lot of biking and ass sliding.
Cruising?
Cruising. Yeah, like going to proms, just showing up on my BMX and doing like these sweet like moves.
Right.
Oh, so not like Carnival Cruise crew.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood. You and your friends going on
cruise.
Going on cruise.
We didn't even touch on it in the last episode, but crew is a dumb fucking name, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
of course.
I mean, you have to have a guy named Crew. The movie's called Rad. What are you gonna? So what's the guy's name gonna be?
What's your fucking point, Eric?
We got a Brian.
All right. Eric's Cruise Crew. The also have like an attached podcast exclusively on Patreon. You got to make that ass sliding.
We need a Patreon. We need a Patreon, and I'm also inspired. We need to come up with a name for our listeners.
Oh. The Rebel Army. There's some connotations there, though.
I get it. I like it.
I'll probably get us on a watch list.
The Rebel Squad.
The Heralds.
You're going back to the intro. The Heralds of Galactus.
The whole. Since I saw the Fantastic Four movie, I've just been thinking about the whole idea of heralding. Just kind of in general, like the concept of someone showing up just to announce that someone else is about to show up is
just a hype man, dude.
It's sweet. I love it. We need hype man.
Just a hype man.
Yeah. Tonight we are finally, after a long, hot, in most other ways quite miserable summer, concluding the B-movie cycle with a live watch and review of Stuart Gordon's 1985 Lovecraftian horror film Re-Animator. But first, ahead of that, we finally have our new cycle coming up. This was Andy's pick for the theme, if I remember correctly.
Correct.
It's top of the pod. And our concept here is there's no criteria on the genre, time frame. This is just going to be a selection of 4 movies that the 4 of us have just had sitting on our streaming service queues for a long time. Movies we cannot bring ourselves to actually sort of take off, but for one reason or another have kind of never gotten around to. So there was a little bit of kind of conversation ahead of the record. Some of us had sort of multiple ideas, different possibilities of what they actually want the 4 of us to watch for those particular episodes. So we thought we'd just kind of go around the horn real quick and kind of talk those out, consider the options, narrow it down. But Andy, how about for the top of the queue movie theme? How about you go first? What do you think?
Okay. So I have 2. that I am kind of torn between, and I figure I would put it to the rest of you guys to, I guess, vote on which one you would prefer to watch. One is no secret because we already batted it around a little bit on the text thread, and that is 2025's Ryan Coogler movie Sinners, which I know, let's see, Johnny, you saw.
My second favorite new movie of the year, something I think unwatched by everybody else in the show. It's something I'm pretty confident everybody will love. Just the horror theme, but also the history, the quality of film itself, the music, the guitar playing, all the rest of it.
It also looks really horny.
Very, very extremely horny.
All I saw in the trailer was just like people getting sweaty, dancing. Right. I didn't even realize it was a horror movie. It just looked like, I don't know, A Night in Savannah or something. it was getting dirty.
So that's my first option. My second option is the 2019 Bong Joon-ho movie Parasite.
Ooh.
A film my work movie club is covering this Thursday.
Oh, wow. No kidding.
Not even making that up.
Oh, no shit. Okay.
Boy, that would save me an awful lot of time.
Two birds, one stone.
Okay. Let's do this. Eric also had Sinners as one of his two possibilities. Do you, Papa? You want to give us your other one now, and then let's sort of like negotiate it.
I will tell you my other one. So we did. I know. I forget if Naveen picked Sinners as well, but we were doing that like Spider-Verse, like each pointing at each other, being like, "You,
right?
You picked Sinners too." Which is again, you just been promoting that movie since you've seen it. And I get it. It looks great. I'm sure it's a fantastic movie. I will see it.
Yeah.
Whether we
the tagline of this movie should have been "This pussy about to get ate."
Say no more.
Well, I have to pick it now.
Is that the new synopsis in brief already?
Well,
synopsis in brief.
I don't have a synopsis in brief. I know how I'm going to intro the episode. It's going to make everybody uncomfortable. Sinners, though, what do you think of your second one?
So this movie's been on my queue for a while. I completely forgot about it. And I was looking through viewing history, and I found that it was one I tried to watch and didn't actually make because I fell asleep. But I wanted to see the movie Jojo Rabbit by Taika Waititi.
Oh, okay.
That is his Hitler movie, correct?
That's his Hitler movie. Nothing to do with today's political environment. It's just, I like his movies. It looks like it's, from what I've seen of it in the trailer, it looks like a boy with low self-esteem enrolled in some kind of maybe Nazi training camp, which looks kind of almost like a Boy Scout camp. Right. And the kid has an imaginary friend who's Hitler, played by Taika Waititi.
Yeah, I'm not familiar.
Why not?
What was it called again?
Jojo Rabbit.
Jojo Rabbit.
Nice.
So here's the thing. I think
You're
I've
not
seen
into
that.
Hitler?
No. Well, hot take.
Well, I refer you back to our show lay episode.
Yeah, so you're a Hitler sympathist. Okay, cool.
No, I think I've seen this movie, but I honestly don't remember if I watched it or not. But it was one that definitely interested me. So I would be happy to watch it again or for the first time.
So here's a pitch. We know from looking at the traffic on our YouTube channel that there's a very disproportionate interest for the other Asian films that we've covered that we've covered on the show. I am going to be watching Parasite in a few days regardless. Why don't we put a pin in Parasite for the moment, have it in our pocket to swing back to if and when we end up doing another international or Asian cinema podcast theme. In the meantime, I can watch it and kind of relate to you guys. Was this whether or not like it was kind of worthwhile? That opens up Andy to do a Sinners episode, which I think would be kind of especially interesting because when we do Sinners, I want Andy to give me a live appraisal on air for how much it would cost to fix my high school acoustic guitar that got all fucked up like a while back. So yeah,
I don't get it, but yeah, cool.
yeah, guitar shit is a very, very big thing. Like it says.
For sure. Johnny, have you seen Parasite already?
I have not. It's been I love Bong Joon-ho. Like, you know, this movie was a Best Picture winner at the Oscars.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. I've seen it.
Okay.
It's not what you expect at all.
Mm.
And it's kind of different than his previous films. It's
Right.
a pretty serious film, and it's got a lot of freaky shit that happens that comes out of left field. So it's definitely a good flick.
Let me ask you this question though. So on when you just Google Parasite, it comes up as a thriller/comedy movie.
It's thrilling to kill people, and sometimes funny.
So is that not?
I've seen it, and it's not a comedy. I didn't find it to be
not a comedy. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
Or maybe something lost in translation.
Maybe there's some shit hysterical to the Koreans. That
That's what I'm saying.
Kind of lost on us like a little bit.
Got it. Okay, cool. Got it.
I just want to say too, I was looking up a synopsis for Jojo Rabbit because I forgot what it was about, and then somebody said at the top, they're like, does not involve rabbits and does not involve Jim from Quiet Wilderness. So I was like, I'll cross that off my list.
Yeah, no, I'm not interested anymore. All right, you know what? I'm satisfied with that. So I'll do Sinners, and we'll put a pin in Parasite until the next international, you know, Asian.
It's a great flick. We should definitely do it.
Okay, cool.
Sweet. Okay, so so we got Andy with Sinners. Papa Jojo Rabbit. You happy with the pick?
I am. I'm happy with it. I had it as a backup. I knew nobody was going to have Jojo Rabbit, but I had it as an extra backup for whatever reason. I have not seen the movie Happy Gilmore 2. All I know is not Adam Sandler, Eminem's in it.
He sure is.
Yeah,
I watched it.
I was like,
it was fun.
I guess he's the back-ass guy's son or something like that.
Yes.
I've seen some of the clips online.
Andy rated it 2.5 stars on Letterboxd, the same as he gave to Buster Keaton classic Sherlock Jr.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
I check daily, just so you know.
What about Hubie Halloween? What'd you give that?
I don't think I actually rated that one, but I have seen it. I've actually
the
seen
movie's been banned from Letterboxd.
Yeah.
All other.
I think you go on there far more to look at my stuff far more often than I do.
Constantly. It's what I've been doing instead of coffee in the morning.
John doesn't watch porn anymore. He just goes on Andy's letterbox and strokes.
Just refresh. Yes.
Matilda.
Fantastic porn.
You've outdone yourself.
It was going to be 4 stars, but Andy didn't like the beard.
Yeah.
The rock beard. All right, going over to Naveen. Your pick for top of the queue.
Okay. My pick is Get Out.
Oh, okay.
It's been in my list and heard some good
So
things.
you want me to leave my own apartment?
Yeah.
That's rough, man.
3-man pod.
Yep. That's what we're gonna do.
I remember.
But it was what? It's
Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele, right?
Yeah.
So it's very interesting, you know, because I've watched Key and Peele, and then for him to go into this other direction,
for him to swerve and immediately not become a horror director, but a great horror director.
Yeah, I've heard so many things about it and everything. So
that's a good
pick
movie.
This one instead of
I have
Us.
seen that one and it's good.
If you've seen Us, that
You
is
like it?
kind of its own thing.
I haven't
Us,
seen that
I
one. I haven't seen any of the Peele movies at all. So
Nope, I've seen and absolutely loved. Us and Get Out. It's just it's kind of for me. Just been sitting on the list for like a really long time.
Yeah.
Is Us the one with Lupita Nyong'o?
Yes.
I've seen that one too, actually, believe it or not.
It's a weird one. You really are. You spend a lot of the movie confused.
Right.
And then when they explain kind of what's going on, you're like, huh.
Yeah, I
Right.
definitely like.
There's a whole thing with twins and sort of like an evil. Everybody has like an evil universe parallel.
Yeah, Tim Heidecker's in it.
Okay.
He plays like the best friend, Tim Heidecker from Tim and Eric.
Yeah.
Some weird casting there.
Yeah, Get Out is definitely better than Us.
Right.
In my opinion.
It is. It's a very unsettling movie, and I think that's its strength.
Oh.
Yep.
All right, so 2 of us have seen it, and 2 of us have not seen Get Out. Is that right?
Cool. Yeah.
So do we do that before or after the Hitler movie? It's just kind of. We're really clever.
Get out of here!
You know. I don't know. Like we posted our most recent episode, Eric and I, of our little spin-off show, Cunny of the Goose, a day or two ago. Both of us are losing our jobs for that anyway, so it's just, you know, we can kind of be a bit more bold with our choices.
Sweet.
Nobody knows who we are. These are our secret identities, except for our listeners.
Right.
Don't you fucking say anything.
Don't dox us, bitches.
Don't make this my full-time job.
I already have one full-time job that doesn't pay me anything. I don't need a second.
Sure.
Yeah.
What, you do have a second full-time job?
Yeah, but I don't need a second full-time job that doesn't pay me. I already have one of those.
Yeah.
For my picks, I've got kind of just 2 different movies that have been sitting on my Netflix queue forever. The first is a Coen Brothers movie called The Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
Oh.
This is a 2018. This is like a Western anthology movie that they wrote. It was actually their last time collaborating before like the Coens kind of split off and started making kind of movies just on their own. 6 little vignettes, kind of set in the Old West, some comedic, some kind of noir, some action. Tim Blake Nelson, Tyne Daly, James Franco, Brendan Gleeson, Liam Neeson, Saul Rubinek, and Tom Waits all starring like different ones. Great reviews, looks super entertaining from like the trailer. Just something huge Coen Brothers fan. Something I've just had just kind of in the back pocket for like a long time.
Mm-hmm.
The other one, it might be a little bit like a stranger pick, but this is a 2020 film by Charlie Kaufman called I'm Thinking of Ending Things. And this is apparently a surrealist psychological thriller, also written by Kaufman, adapted from a 2016 novel by a guy named Ian Reid. And the tagline is basically it follows a young woman who goes on a trip with her boyfriend to meet his parents while she's kind of considering breaking up with him. But then I guess it's a Kaufman movie. The guy who's also sort of written, directed movies like Being John Malkovich, Adaptation, Schenectady, New York, like Anomalisa. Again, sort of very, very great reviews. I think like a bit more kind of serious and grounded and maybe a little bit of a kind of more sort of kind of dark and mature like adult drama. May not be like the most fun movie necessarily we could cover on the pod, but it might be sort of like an interesting sort of zag for us to have like a bit more sort of kind of serious conversation about like some like the topics and themes like the movie brings up. Between those two, what do you guys think? I put it to you guys.
I'll say this: the Charlie Kaufman movie.
Mm-hmm.
So he definitely wrote and directed it. He also hasn't directed any films that he's written the script for until 2008. So I mean, I love a lot of those previous films before then, like Eternal Sunshine, Adaptation,
Sure.
Being John Malkovich. So it's a crapshoot. I don't know. I haven't seen was it Anomalisa?
Mm-hmm.
What is it? Schenectady,
New York, which was like kind of like also sort of like a weird, challenging but really interesting movie. He did with Charlie with Philip Seymour Hoffman about like 2010, like 2011.
Andy, did you see the film Orion in the Dark?
No.
That was a Netflix movie, a Netflix release. My son's seen it probably 10 times.
That's also Charlie Kaufman, right?
Yeah, he wrote the script for that, which is insane. I don't know. What was the first one? The Ballad of
Buster Scruggs.
Buster Scruggs. Yeah. That one sounds interesting to me. It also has Darkman in it. So as soon as you said Darkman was going to be in it, I was sold.
Darkman, Mad Eye Moody.
Man, I'm Moody.
A film version of Tommy Wiseau.
So I've seen the Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
Oh, okay.
I've seen it as well.
Yeah, and I thought I thought half of it was really good, and I thought the other half of it was forgettable.
Interesting. So it depends vignette to vignette, like how good.
Yes, absolutely. There's one vignette in particular that I think is excellent, and then there's like maybe one or two others that I thought were really good, and then the rest again were just kind of meh to me. I have never heard of what's it? I'm thinking of ending
things.
Never heard of it. I think I don't know. I guess I'm on the fence a little bit too. I think the Ballad of Buster Scruggs would be more kind of on brand for us, but that might make it more fun or more interesting to do the other one.
Right. Kind of swerve a little bit and cover like a maybe sort of more sort of like serious, like I said, like serious-minded adult drama. Maybe that changes the conversation up from like our usual bullshit.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go just for that reason alone. I'm gonna go with that one.
Okay. And Naveen, how about yourself?
I was gonna go with I'm Thinking of Ending Things as well. I had seen Buster Scruggs and I thought it was okay. Other Coen films were better,
but not so exciting. You wanted to vote like
it wasn't like a great movie. I expected more from it, but I kind of was let down. So, and then I'm Thinking of Ending Things sounds pretty neat.
Yeah,
and I did like Adaptation and some of those. I didn't have seen all his movies, but Coffin's movies, but I've seen quite a few of those, and those are always just really interesting.
A fair warning: it may be a complete bummer. But just like I said, maybe the change up will sort of make for a more interesting show.
Right.
So,
That's what I'm wondering. It's one of those things. I feel Charlie Kaufman works really well when it's like somebody one step removed from being so close to the script is actually taking his material, interpreting it.
When he works with like a Spike Jones or a
oh my god,
yeah,
just like. And that's the thing. I've been a huge fan of his for years. There's just so much good stuff that he's put out there. It's just one of those things where it's like when you're directing your own vision, it could go either way.
Right.
But, have you seen this, Eric?
No, I haven't. I haven't seen either of these films.
So all four of us have not seen I'm Thinking of Ending Things then. So
I think if we see it and it's not so great, we might have to end things.
Right. But it's a movie that all four of us have not seen, which is actually kind of interesting.
Yeah, either that, we'll either stop doing the pod or we'll stop being friends. One of the two. We'll keep doing the pod. We just hate each other.
Why not both?
It's a premise.
I can work with that.
Podcast just made friends.
The chafing works so well for John.
What I'll probably do is program that one in the middle of the cycle, just so we don't end on a, like on a complete downer.
Should we send somebody out there to watch it first and report back?
Nope.
No. You want to? We'll blind bag it.
Are you saying we should send out a herald of some sort?
I know this chick named Shalabal. She's kind of cool. Throws me a lot of shade. She might be down for this. Don't ask me to repeat the Herald speech when she announces the coming of Galactus. I don't remember it, but I've seen a number of TikTok videos where people will just kind of walk into like a department store or the mall and just start like reciting it word for word. It's amazing. There's this guy.
That is objectively funny. I'm sorry.
There's one guy on TikTok and he's just wearing like a zip-up silver onesie. And he has a silver skateboard that he just covered with like duct tape.
Oil.
And he just starts rolling through the mall and just saying the words. And everybody just is so confused. They just stop and listen. It's great.
This is the thing. I know how my mind works. I know how my imagination works. There would be a small part of me that would take it seriously.
It's great.
Somebody in a silver jumpsuit.
At the very end, you hear some guys say just like, get the fuck out of here.
Beat it, nerd.
Yeah, I know. It's like, that's it. If they did that in the movie, no Galactus. They're like, it's good. It's like, oh shit. Humans suck.
Just
Outta
one
here.
person
Assholes.
killing
Or-
needed nerd.
Or more,
That's
she
so
reports back to
persistent.
Galactus. He's like, God damn, the resistance is so delicious.
Earth just left a bitter taste in my mouth. All
Me
right.
too.
So to recap, our picks for the top of the queue, we got Sinners, Get Out, Jojo Rabbit, and I'm thinking of ending things by why am I blanking on the Black Panther director's name?
Ryan Coogler.
Thank you.
Ryan
Yeah,
Coogler.
yeah.
Coogler.
So yeah, we got Ryan Coogler, Jordan Peele, Taika Waititi, and Charlie Kaufman. I think that's going to be like an interesting rotation.
Yeah, those are 4 really excellent directors. So
Right.
cool.
Get Out was Peele's first one, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's interesting watching some of the old Key and Peele sketches after he become like an established horror director, because there's a bunch where you can actually see a slight tweak this direction or that. And like this is actually like a really kind of good like horror segment right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So let's talk like just like a little bit about the movie before we pause the record and get into it. So wrapping up B movies, this was my pick for the cycle. This is Re-Animator. A little bit of background first about the like story and the author. Like this film was based on H.P. Lovecraft. Eric probably knows this like a bit more about this guy, but he was a very prolific American horror and science fiction writer who lived originally from 1890 to 1937. His most famous works were themed around what he called cosmicism, or cosmic horror, the idea that humans are not alone in the universe and that we actually represent not an important but a very insignificant role within it. Stories of his, including The Call of Cthulhu, The Mountains of Madness, Shadow over Innsmouth, present worlds where demons and monsters live either just beyond the veil of our perceived reality or are already secretly embedded amongst the human population. They imagine creatures and worlds so terrifying and so strange that the simple awareness of their existence can be enough on discovery just to drive a person insane. Re-Animator was based on Lovecraft's serialized 1921 short story, Herbert West Re-Animator. Largely considered like the worst thing he's ever written, and like a short story that the author himself admitted later was largely just a lazy ripoff of Frankenstein. In our lifetimes, Lovecraft film and game adaptations have become very popular, partly because it's a pretty cool concept and mythology, and also because most of his properties at this point have lapsed into the public domain. Stuart Gordon, director of Re-Animator, was also in his career a theater director, screenwriter, and playwright. Gordon wanted to do a series of Lovecraft productions in the style of the Roger Corman, Vincent Price, Edgar Allan Poe films from the 1960s, and made a total of 4 such movies in his career. Re-Animator being the first one, followed by From Beyond and Castle Freak in the 1980s, and then Dagon in 2001. Gordon, in between making these movies, also happened to write the script for Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. The Re-Animator script was first intended as a theatrical production and then a TV pilot, going through multiple rewrites and eventually taking significant influence from like the look and humor of Sam Raimi's The Evil Dead. Re-Animator was made for extremely small budget, just $900,000, but doubled that at the American box office, spawned 2 sequels, and eventually attained cult status for the unrated home video cut that was eventually released. Yeah, so that's pretty much that. We'll pause the recording. And then in like a little bit, come back with our thoughts and review of Re-Animator.
Sweet. I love the commitment here. They're like, we're under $1 million for the budget. We'll make it up with Bush. Damn. The guy was like, black people be crazy.
All of y'all need Jesus.
Whoever did this subtitles can't spell O.
I don't get it. What is he feeling? How is this possible?
Yeah.
They're just that.
Oh, Jim.
It just feels good to laugh.
Let me get in on that.
he comes.
Oh, in the ear.
Yeah. Well.
Yes. Yes. There we go.
Andy looking like he wants to tear his own head off his body.
She's not pushing very hard. But
No, no.
Oh, no.
Nope. Las Vegas, baby.
Whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Well, particularly if it's down and on board. So we just finished watching Re-Animator, a 1985 Lovecraftian horror film starring Jeffrey Combs, Bruce Abbott, Barbara Crampton, and David Gale. Synopsis in brief. Synopsis, ladies, always be saying, their man don't give enough head.
Oh. Wow.
Wow.
Hold on. Synopsis in brief. Cat dead. Girlfriend dead. Girlfriend's father dead. Details later.
That's the one.
That's the one. I could go all night, folks. I got some more.
Yeah. Naveen, you got
Party
it?
on. Ready? Party on, Herbert. Party on, Dan. Rufus!
Yes!
Nice.
Synopsis in brief. The lengths one will go to not fumble a baddie.
All right. Synopsis in brief. Weekend at Bernie's? No. Semester at Miskatonic.
Yes.
Ooh, nice.
Wait till you see their spring break.
I was
Andy,
trying to come up with a Weekend at Bernie's one, but you beat me to it, Naveen.
Oh, you had a Weekend at Bernie's one? Do another
No,
one.
I was trying to come up with one, but you beat me to it.
Wait, I got one for you.
All right.
Synopsis in brief. Guys, we're under budget. Let's just make up for it with Bush.
All right. Synopsis in brief.
All right.
Brain death brings out an irreversible conclusion. That's why it's called brain death.
Synopsis in brief. This movie, all I needed was 6 to 12 minutes.
No,
That's the story of my life,
yes,
man.
Yes.
To Eric's Bush point, though, there is a reason like this film may double its budget fundamentally.
They gave the fans what they wanted.
Right. They gave the fans what they deserve.
They're like, look, we didn't hit $1 million for budget, guys. Let's just use what we have.
Right. Tale as old as time.
Yeah.
General impressions, and let's start with the Rebels Without a Pod co-host, who seemed to be having fun for some of that movie, but other parts literally looked like he wants
Look at his face.
head from his
Look
body.
at his face. It says everything.
Andy, our dear friend, and kind of like not quite, we're getting you there. We're getting you there with some point.
Is he the prude?
Yeah, well,
I'm definitely the prude.
I felt like he was having fun at parts. But general impressions, let's start with this.
What a roller coaster. I mean, what do you even say about that movie? It was at times charming and low budget and fun, and at times it was absolutely vile and awful. I can't imagine being somebody that could come up with something like that and then follow through on it by actually making the movie. I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. I'm a little bit shocked.
We'll save like the real Thunderbolt Vigo's toes. We'll save for like that segment. But just America in 1985, right in the middle of the Reagan years. Some people kind of felt the same as Andy did.
Yep.
But Naveen, let's go to you.
This was fun. It was just out there, but just hilarious with what it was trying to do, and just funny all around, and just gross as well. Like just throwing in all those little things in there, like like eye crushing and all that stuff. Real fun to watch. Just.
Naveen and I have not sat together for a real nasty horror movie like that since probably Anaconda in 1997.
Yeah, and I don't. Obviously, Anaconda is not really a nasty horror movie like this one.
Well, there's some stuff.
True.
The corpse of John Voight does wink at Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah, that's.
Opening night, we went to that thing. Papa, how about yourself? You have a good time with this?
I did. I'm going to translate what Naveen meant by saying this is so much fun, which he pretty much means just like so much fucking. There's so much sex in this movie. I don't know what Sinners is like, but I'm not sure I want to know.
Oh, you're not going to be disappointed.
There was no sweating in this movie. A lot of blood. I'll say that much. This movie is a classic for a reason. For any horror fan out there, it just touches upon so many different amazing horror elements. And it just, again, throughout the entire film, it is nonstop. It just keeps going. And the best part about it, it sticks the landing.
Right.
Just such a solid ending. And again, I don't know if they were intending to have that ending leading into the next film, which they put out like 5 years later, and I haven't seen it yet. I heard it's pretty good as well. But I'm saying if they have the same crew that's involved with this one and that sequel, then
it's not the same director. It is
okay.
The actor who played Dean Cain is also in it. The movie's
Dean
called
Cain?
Bride of Re-Animator.
Superman's in it.
I'm sorry, Dan Cain.
Dan Cain. Yeah.
So like a little bit of trivia. The lead actress in that movie was an Argentinian model and soap opera star for people our age. Was most famous for playing the character A Lot of Vagina in the Austin Powers.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
In the Bride of Re-Animator?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I got to see that.
It's a strong resume.
Andy's like, well, let me get my keys and head over to Blockbuster. Let's just for me, it crossed my mind to do this for the pod. Earlier this summer was actually the 40th anniversary of this movie. They put it back in theaters for a couple days. I was alone in my screening, except for a 20-something couple sitting further down the road from me. And honestly, I would kind of surreptitiously sneak a glance over from time to time. The girl seemed like she was having a ball with it. The guy just kind of had the same expression that Andy did on his face for the most part. So, God has changed in society. Questions. Starting. Do you think this film or elements within it were well executed, kind of given its B-movie categorization, low budget, very pulpy source material?
I mean, we were talking about it earlier, but it looks really good for a movie that came out, 40 years ago and had a budget of $1 million. Like
under $1 million.
Under $1 million. Like it looks way better than it has any right to look. First of all, the special effects are campy and, very B-movie horror, which, is what it is. But at the same time, they still worked. They were still, convincing enough that it made it didn't pull you out of the movie. Yeah, I mean, I think it absolutely worked.
Right. It's another, I think, similar to like Frankenhooker, a great example of like, you don't need a lot of money to make something either look good or look good within like the framework of kind of what you're creating.
Yeah, I mean, I can't help but compare a lot of like, you know, I guess historically, as we've mentioned a bunch of times, I've never been a big horror guy. So, and the first one, the first good one that I can really remember watching, at least in my, you know, semi-recent adult life, was The Thing. And, you know, the practical effects in The Thing are well known for being amazing. I kind of, that seems to be a bit of a benchmark for me. And I would say that these, while not being as good as The Thing, still felt like they kind of fit in the same lane. Like they just kind of worked.
What you can do with fog and latex and Caro syrup and just the right lighting and like the right sound design.
Yeah, it just sort of worked.
Eric, Andy.
I was going to say, I agree with everything Andy said. I just think, imagine you're the guy that writes the script for this and you have this vision in your head. And then this is the movie that is made based off that script. Like, you must have like the world's most amazing fucking team to come out with something like this. Because again, imagine looking at this on paper and saying like, this, how, okay, some guy's going to have intestines fly out of his stomach and start like choking somebody.
And again, this was originally going to be a play.
A play.
We were going to do this 5 nights a week.
This is like Evil Dead the musical or something. Like, good God. I love the blood effects in this. I mean, the whole time it's like half the movie you're laughing, the other half you're like cringing because some of the stuff is so disgusting. It's so believable. It's just like that little world that they created. It just pulls you in. And again, like, I don't know if Andy mentioned, but it just has a lot of charm to it. It has something about it that you turn away because it's really disgusting. You get laser focused because, again, nudity. Yes, awesome. That's great. We want that.
Laser drill, just like the craziest thing.
The whole thing where it's like, okay, you have the dad in like a cell. He's going crazy, and then they show him a second later, and he has a hole in his head, and they're like, oh, he was lobotomized by the doctor, and you're like, oh shit. And then it clicked in my head. For example, they kept talking about that laser technology that the guy had developed, and yeah, it just all of a sudden when you connect the laser with the holes in the head, like I was like, oh shit, that's what's happening. Like he's just using that to like drill in people's brains, and it's such a great movie. They just did so much with what little they had.
Like the thing that'll add to that is just from this comes in at a tidy 84 minutes. One of the things I love, having kind of watched this like a couple times in the last few months, has just been every scene where something is happening that Kane and West are staring at, and would be like, oh, that would be really fucked up if the girlfriend found out. And then she just shows up right away and immediately stubborn. The thing in any lesser movie would be like a third act reveal. Like it's just like the stakes and the pacing just keep going and going and going.
All right. Yeah. I can't add anything more to it. Just going on with Andy and Eric, the effects just work. And I don't think you're going in just to see all special effects with this movie. It's it's the campiness, the whatever it is, the absurdness of trying to reanimate and things. Some of the acting in there just being over the top, as you'd expect in a B movie. So
I would say the acting in the movie is consistently good.
I think so too. I was curious what people's thoughts were on Jeffrey Combs, who plays Dr. Herbert West. It's mixed. Usually people either like him or hate him. They think he kind of overacts, or he has this like weird nervous energy that maybe doesn't work in his favor. But I love the kind of like unsettling creepiness that he kind of gives off.
For him, just doing a very specific, very memorable thing in this.
Yeah, again, yeah, exactly. You walk away from this film and all the nutty shit that you've seen, he just seems to stand out, and you seem to remember him. I think he does a great job.
I think in this particular, like, he wouldn't obviously work in every movie. I think his weirdness would definitely stand out like a sore thumb in some stuff. But I feel like he was perfectly cast for West in this movie.
It's such a good fit for like.
Yeah. Look at his filmography. He does all horror films pretty much. He also does. He's an extensive. On Wikipedia, they show all the different voice acting he's done.
Yeah,
he's done a ton of things for like animation and video games. He also did a voice on the Dune video game that came out recently, which I will never play.
Okay.
Good for him that he's still finding work.
I was thinking more along lines of Meg Halsey. I think her acting was just kind of over top when she was being really emotional. It didn't quite.
Barbara Crampton was a pretty accomplished, decently well-known soap opera actress prior to this. You know, she's 27 when this movie made. Like a thing that sort of misses maybe a little bit is she doesn't quite seem like a co-ed that's still living under her father's thumb. It just her whole vibe is like, this is a woman who has a really nice condo like at this point in her life. But she's a terrific actress, and for Barbara Crampton and Jeffrey Combs both, this sort of made their career as kind of horror genre actors.
So something I was going to mention earlier, I was blown away by this fun fact, but I was looking at Bruce Abbott, the guy who plays Dan, and again, same kind of deal. He's done a lot of random TV gigs, also horror movies, for the most part, but he's also married to Linda Hamilton for 7 years.
Really?
In the 80s. Yep.
From Terminator.
Yeah, Sarah Connor. He was actually married to her while they were filming this movie.
Wow.
Huh. Some guys just have runs like that.
She got confused. She's like, hey, you the guy that's going to play Casey Jones in the Ninja Turtles movie that comes out in 1990?
Right.
He's like, I'll try. No, he looks like him. It's not him.
Oh, why does he look so familiar though? Like he
does, right? He looks just like that actor. I forget his name.
I've seen him in other things.
He looks really close to Casey Jones. In a different universe, I feel like he would be Bruce Campbell.
He was like the uncle and Look Who's Talking.
Right.
Oh, Bruce Campbell, yeah.
I can see that.
Right. How does this film compare to other horror movies we've watched, particularly like the lower budget campy ones like Deadstream and the already mentioned Frankenhooker?
I think it holds its own. I mean, I will say, and maybe it's too soon to go here, but after this B movie cycle that we've done, plus some of the other horror movies that we've watched, I would definitely count myself as a fan of campy horror so far. Like that's definitely my bag as it stands right now, when it comes to horror, anyway. And this one I'd say is as good as maybe any of the other ones that I've personally seen. And Eric, I think it was you made a comment while we were watching that this kind of felt like an extension almost of Creepshow.
Yeah.
And I thought Creepshow was a ton of fun, and you nailed it. Like this just felt like an extended vignette from that movie, from that world.
What would have been 20% of Creepshow sort of kind of like drawn out in an entire like 84-minute feature.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'll actually mention Jeffrey Combs did star in an episode of Creepshow that they showed on Shudder. I just looked that up and I saw he was on there, so I was like, that's cool.
Yeah,
it definitely gives off those vibes. Again, I think it's a great question, and this has a lot of comedy elements as well as horror elements, kind of like the two previous films that John mentioned. I feel like this one though is a little darker. It has more of like a horror movie kind of feel to it, as opposed to the other two, which I think they're more comedy than actual horror movie. And this one is maybe leans a little more into the horror.
The horror element of it is more upfront than any other kind of genre thing.
Yeah,
the genre thing that we're doing.
Yeah, I agree.
Deadstream is another movie that kind of kept coming back to me over and over. And then obviously, like, you know, the inspiration of both Deadstream and Re-Animator, obviously, like Evil Dead. Movies that accomplish just a remarkable amount with just despite having no money, just with good writing, good acting, and just a crazy imagination and talent of like the people like involved in the thing, and on top of all that, the commitment. I feel like that everybody. Maybe this is a good point in the episode to mention now, talking about commitment. The actor who played Dr. Hill in the movie, I believe it was David Gale. His wife did not screen the film ahead of time. They went to the theater and watched it together opening night. She did not know about the scene where her husband's decapitated head attempts to give cunnilingus to a nude Barbara Crampton. It was a problem for her. She stormed out of the theater. The two of them were divorced just a couple months later after that.
That's awesome. Did he kind of elbow her before it happened? Right before it happened, he elbows her and he goes, "Hey, honey, heads up." And she's like, "Heads down."
He's like, look, ladies, always be saying.
Yeah, I know.
I think she was just jealous because he never did that to her.
Right.
That's true. She's like, "You led with the left nipple. You never lead with the left nipple for me."
At least not being that willing to have blood on his face.
Yeah.
Maybe he just no foreplay for this guy. I thought you hated foreplay, honey. Well,
no, she's like, you could have gone to medical school. Final question before we kind of get into any other the trivia and the letterbox reviews. For the non-horror obsessed hosts, does Re-Animator make you more curious about the other kind of movies in this Lovecraft horror movie subgenre?
I'm not sure. So I'm not sure that I would sit down on my own to watch any of these types of movies. Watching them with you guys, watching them with buddies, like I would think I would probably do that every night of the week. So in the right setting, I would definitely watch, I would absolutely watch more of this stuff.
Yeah. A question for Naveen as well.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Pretty much. I'm probably not going to, search it out on my own and just watch it by myself or anything. But if we were to do it together or a group setting, I think it'd be great to revisit these and check them out.
My version of that, I watched the sequel to the, not the sequel, but the next movie Stuart Gordon made, From Beyond, just a couple nights ago. Also starring Jeffrey Combs and Barbara Crampton. Pretty good. Really pretty good. Not great, but also some real like fun shit. Like a lot of stuff to kind of recommend. Doesn't get quite as freak nasty, but it has some moments. Has some real moments.
I have to say, watching these films, I spend time enjoying the movies with you guys while we watch them. But I love watching Naveen react to these films. That is the most entertaining thing to me out of all of this.
Yeah,
my reactions.
Naveen,
your reactions.
Certainly the biggest nasty freak on the pod.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
I don't even have to make any jokes. Like the movies speak for themselves. And Naveen's face throughout the entire film was just priceless. I was like, "Don't you guys turn the lights off on your side so you can get like the kind of add to the movie effect?" But I was like, "Oh, I can't see enough Naveen. I need more Naveen."
Yeah. I was sitting there. He went through 5 Christmas mornings.
Just kept going to the bathroom. I'm not sure what he's doing in there.
Let me share a couple of my favorite letterbox one-line reviews for this film, because there are some fantastic ones for Re-Animator. First off, excited for the remake of this movie starring Rihanna that they're going to call Re-Animator.
Oh.
They don't get better.
I can't see Naveen's face. No, he didn't like that one.
Real strong start, Johnny. Real strong
Okay,
Yeah.
start.
I'm going to pan the camera towards Naveen.
I just
We
saw
can
him
check
just
that
kind of
from-
like,
All
I
right.
think he's nodding off on that one. Let's go.
Okay, next one.
Pouting in the corner.
Yeah. The hospital really needs to work on hiring a security guard that doesn't take every opportunity to run to the bathroom to masturbate.
Yes.
I thought he had
Absolutely.
a coffee break the first time.
No, that was also
Yeah.
Coffee break, quote unquote.
I want to get a quick coffee.
Yeah, quick
Yeah.
cream. Re-Animator understands what 3 core elements are required for a piece of perfect cinema: 900 glow sticks, 24 gallons of blood, and 1 weird little gay guy. Free
Okay.
cell phones. This is
There's like hundreds of reviews, and that's one of the ones you pick.
free cell phone. This is the type of shenanigans nerds used to get up to. Nowadays, they just create Reddit accounts. We used to be a country. Herbert West, my little meow meow, you're doing great. And he's like, didn't care for that.
No, don't like that one at all.
Old man, head in a dish, and he's still getting laid. What's yours?
What are we doing wrong?
2025 is a rough year.
And finally, the top-rated letterbox review for Re-Animator simply says, best use of a Talking Heads poster ever.
Love it. Love it.
All right.
Yeah. Any other trivia or kind of closing thoughts you guys want to do?
Nothing on my end. Good watch. That was a fun one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You guys,
Kind of similar. Johnny and I were talking about it, just like the concept of it being similar to Frankenhooker, of bringing back the dead kind of thing. But I would definitely have to say that it's. You guys mentioned it earlier as well that this was probably more horror centered than being that campy, fun centered with horror tied in.
well, so part of the trivia for this film is that Stuart Gordon apparently got the idea for this movie talking to some friends, saying there's a ton of Dracula movies, a ton of vampire movies. There's like no Frankenstein movies. Like, that there should be maybe. Why is that so kind of like underused within the genre? And like a buddy of his actually said to him, well, there is this rip-off Frankenstein short story that H.P. Lovecraft wrote back in like the 1920s. Maybe that's the starting point.
Nice, yeah.
All right.
I mean,
Real quick recap.
thank God. Thank God that they didn't go with the whole like lightning striking and just like reanimating the body through electricity. It's something original, which I think makes it stand out compared to
They had 10, 20
other movies out there.
but they did so totally their own thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, went with Secret of the Use.
Mm-hmm.
Recapping real quick before we wind down. The B movie cycle. What'd you guys think? You have a good time with this one?
I'd say it was a mixed bag.
Mm-hmm.
Very mixed bag.
I'd say this kind of thing was destined to be a mixed bag.
Absolutely. But the parts that were fun were really fun. So that to me is a win.
Naveen?
Yeah, it was a mixed bag. I mean, it was a little bit different cycle considering we stayed within the cycle, but went off our picks. We ended up doing more than just the 4 movies. So it was a much longer cycle than usual. But yeah, definitely mixed. I mean, there are some good B movies, some not so good B movies, and some that, wonder how it even got made, where it was found. Some archives there.
Right. Well, I said before about my standing theory about Cry Wilderness was this was like a monkey's paw. The Mystery Science Theater people like wished into existence. They're like, give us the best Mystery Science Theater movie ever. But then they had to watch the thing like 20 times to write the episode.
Right.
What a twist.
What a twist.
Yeah.
I'll say for this cycle, I felt it was a bit long. with all the extra movies we added on, but I think we did it right.
Well, that's largely because you were traveling like that fucking Fraggle with a pith helmet.
Look, I'm giving you guys credit for sticking through so long.
Right.
I kind of dipped out at some point.
It was too hot. We couldn't think of anything else.
Too much. Look, I love Jim just as much as any other Sasquatch, but I'm like, too much.
I think it was the bear.
Big
Mike was
Mike.
We did it right by watching it together,
yes,
as opposed to how we treat all our other movie cycles, and that's what the whole purpose of B movies is. It's really shitty, low budget films that you're not expected to find like a diamond in the rough necessarily. You're supposed to just have some fun with just the low budget campiness of it, and just hang out with your buds and have some pizza and a drink.
There's something so undefinable about how entertaining these things can sort of be with your friends versus how enervating, how almost kind of depressing they can be if you're just kind of sitting there watching like them by yourselves like on a Tuesday night. The communal aspect and just being able to look your buddies and just be like, do you believe this fucking thing that's happening right now is such a core part of the experience.
Something I didn't mention talking about the film we covered tonight. One of the highlights of tonight's movie for me, just kind of like build up on that point I just made, is the movie starts out, it's Dr. West and he's in Germany with Dr. Gruber, and the staff burst into the room. Dr. Gruber's sitting there and he's all turning gray and his eyes are closed, and then West is like, oh no, I didn't give him enough reagent, it's not going to work. And then he just sits up, his eyes open, they're bulging out blood red, and then they just burst, and there's just like blood gushing down like the front of his body. And I look over at Andy, and Andy's sitting there eating a nice little evening treat, not even like bothered by the nastiness that's going on the screen at that point. And I was just
nothing gets between me and a brownie, Eric.
I was like, I don't know what he's eating, but it must be fucking delicious. And I hope there's raspberries in it.
Right.
No raspberries, but it was delicious.
If Andy had been eating some actual Swiss chocolate, like a Toblerone or something like that, just the universe would have been in harmony in that moment.
Yeah. Next time.
Toblerone. Andy, break off the bits of that Toblerone. Don't go with one bite, buddy.
Real quick around the horn, best and the most and least favorite B movie.
Wait, let's recap the ones we watched first.
Yeah.
Inframan. Frankenhooker. Invasion USA. Rad. Cry Wilderness, and Re-Animator were the 6.
We did a while ago. I don't know if I know it's not part of the cycle, but I don't know if you want to include it as well. The ice cream, Santa Claus and the Ice Cream Bunny.
That was kind of like a holiday one-off.
Right.
Say. Yeah.
But it was
still a B movie.
That's like an E movie.
God. Ugh.
E is for Eric.
Yeah.
Oh, Thumbelina. Watch out for Mr. Mole.
I think
I'm just over here pounding Cialis.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm blind. I just use me hands.
I think Frankenhooker might have been my favorite.
Interesting.
Maybe. And then I think my least favorite was probably Inframan.
Okay.
Although my own choice, Rad, is in the running there as well.
Rad, yeah.
Over Cry Wilderness.
Oof.
Oh shit, that one was bad too. No, all right. So it goes I think it goes Inframan is the worst, Cry Wilderness is second worst, and then Rad would come after that, I think.
Okay.
All right.
But Frankenhooker definitely the number one for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frankenhooker was definitely the best one. It was awesome. The Re-Animator was really good too. So those are the best. Yeah, Inframan was okay. Had a tough time getting into that one. But I don't know. I guess it helped with the Mystery Science Theater for Cry Wilderness. But overall,
that was interesting because you and your brother both, despite the jokes being kind of thrown out, which I think are some of like the best written they've ever done on the show, you and Napoleon were both like, this fucking movie.
Yeah, we always talk about that 90-minute mark, and I think it was 89 minutes too long. So yeah, it was that was a tough one for me. So I would say that would take lead over Inframan for myself.
Eric, how about you?
It's tough. I liked certain things about every film that we watched. To Andy's point, if we didn't watch I watched Cry Wilderness on my own, but not watching that with MST3K would be a very difficult watch.
Oh God.
I mean, there's just like all the cuts to the different animals and just the dialogue and just it's nonsense. All the nonsense. It's so bad.
I think we mentioned that in the episode too.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that deserves to be at last. Inframan, I thought, started out slow, and by the end, it was just like a free-for-all, and I liked some of that. It had Scott Pilgrim vibes, so I wouldn't put that completely last, but that would be maybe before last. Invasion USA, I think, is a great film. I have to bring it up. I think it's a great film. You can see what it's trying to do, and I mean, the armadillo, though, that kind of bothers me that he just kind of disappears, never comes back again. It's completely unexplained. I would have loved some armadillo backstory.
Right.
And they never snuck that in, so shame on them.
No armadillo closure.
No armadillo closure. As for, I'll say that second because for the top, I'll put Re-Animator and Frankenhooker as like tied for number one. I think each kind of complement each other. They have a lot of similar themes, similar type of humor.
The two of them are very it's one is a version where the horror is more at the forefront.
Yeah, one is more
the comedies at the forefront.
Yeah, one leans more into the horror, one's a little more in the campiness, and I appreciate both for what they have to offer. So,
yeah. For me, Inframan was for everything new. Inframan was probably my second favorite. My brother and I grew up on this. We mentioned at the start of the B movie cycle, but this kind of short-lived Canadian TV show called Dynaman that was basically a redub of like a very famous kind of Japanese special effects show that included sort of writing and voice acting by some like the kids that were originally like that would go on to kind of form Kids in the Hall. I love the campy special effects and all the kung fu and the lineup of just crazy guys. You got like sort of the plant monster and the drill guy and just fight with like three-headed kind of dragon lady at the end. Like I had a really fun time with that. Similar to everybody else, for everything new to me, Frankenhooker was flatly my number one. Just colorful, entertaining, completely unpredictable, sort of just kind of piece of sort of kind of just low budget sort of camp comedy horror making. Also the source of I think some like the best artwork that Andy has done like this year, up to the point that Naveen can confirm this. It's currently the background wallpaper on my laptop.
Yeah.
The Cry Wilderness is like an all-timer for me for like Mystery Science Theater. Again, that's something I have like just my friendship with Eric, my relationship with my brother. Like this is a show that goes way back for us. And the worst for me, honestly, was just kind of rad because it's when you're watching like a real kind of poorly made movie by that, you have to have some personal thing about it that you attach, or you kind of glom onto whatever else like that, and that movie unfortunately just kind of had like nothing for me.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Harsh but fair.
Harsh but fair.
I thought you're gonna say wrong but fair.
Well, I mean, it is clearly wrong, but whatever.
Well, ass sliding.
Agree to disagree.
We'll always have ass sliding. Have mercy.
That was episode 64, Rebels Without a Pod, and concluding our B movie watch cycle. Initially, we had planned to conclude this cycle with a watch of Tommy Wiseau's true classic, 2002, The Room. The decision was made at some point over the summer. Let's just kind of wait until maybe 4 of us can be in the same room for a watch that movie, because it really is one I think that does not deserve any less.
That would be great. Yeah.
Yeah. So moving on, pretty soon we talked about at the top of the episode, the top of the queue movie picks that we're doing, but we're going to have a little bit of a break for when we do number 65. What did we land on the name for that episode?
Oh God, no!
We went through a number of iterations. Hold on,
Andy, say it. I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, all right, go ahead, Andy.
Okay, so let me walk. So we're going to do an episode about the Fantastic Four, and I asked, should we call it the Podtastic Four or the Fantastic Pod? Then what to turn to? Andy recommended FjordTastic Pan. I called it the new
such a dumb joke.
Front runner. And he said, I'm good at this kind of stuff. I said, truth. Eric repeated FjordTastic Pan, but misspelled it. FjordTastic Pan. Why not?
FjordTastic.
FjordTastic Pan.
FjordTastic Pan.
FjordTastic Pan. So that's probably that one will probably wrap up our summer. Probably be one of the dumbest episodes we've done in a while. And with this B-movie cycle, we've kind of really set some records for ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are we doing? We're talking about the Fantastic Four movie, and then other stuff.
Other stuff.
Sure. Other stuff.
When we do the episode, can we start out and then all together we'll all say FjordTastic Pan?
It's podcasting time.
We'll probably all sing something different.
It's podcasting. It's podcasting time.
Oh, there's a delayed reaction. Yeah, I mean, that was funny. Wait, actually, must be. He finally did say something funny.
Points.
Yeah.
Points. Well deserved.
Yeah. Pleasure as always. Episode 64. Talk to everybody in a bit.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.
Adios.
I have always loved you.